Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to Last Epoch and our Sentinel playthrough. Thank you guys very much for clicking on the video and joining me here today. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope you are all doing well. We need to find the summit. We are at the Osprix War Camp, and we are going to head off to the north, wading through armies of Osprix.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Now, one thing I've noticed when listening to the playback on YouTube is that no matter what I do, the sound effects are loud, and the music is really quiet. It's not like that in all areas. Like, in the base camp, the music is loud enough. Once we get out into the field in many of these maps, the music isn't often very loud. I'm going to turn the sound effects down a little bit more. Changing the type of audio mix doesn't seem to do much for it. So I'm going to leave it here with the sound effects down just a little bit more. And you guys let me know how things sound for you. Typically I like the music to be in the forefront. It's just hard to get the music loud enough in this game, it seems. It's okay right now.
Stand down or die.
Sealed and temporarily displaced for dangerous arcane experiments. I don't know what this is. Oh dear god. This is an exiled mage. We just released a boss. It turns out it was keeping somebody captive, and that might have been for the best. He's a little bit beefy. He doesn't seem to be dealing too much damage to us all at once. However, we are aggroing other guys as we fight him. Not really sure where he's going or why at this point. I also don't know if we were damaging him there for a minute. It looks like he pulled us like towards other enemies basically. Kind of a cheap move, he pulled us into other dudes.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, he keeps pulling me more and more this way. And as that happens, we aggro more and more enemies. Good for him, bad for us. See how he's running away? Oh my gosh, that's so cheap. Stand and fight, dude. Well, we got him. Experimental leather gloves of life. Increased damage over time. You know, he didn't really seem to have anything good. Although he wasn't that challenging either. He didn't hit very hard. I want to know what's going on with the giant D20s. Is this just how they, like, store things? Like, instead of it being a crate or a barrel, it's like a D20? That's interesting.
As Orion ordered.
I feel like there was a whole way to go back here that I just kind of skipped out on, so I am going to try to backtrack a little bit here. Yeah, there was a whole, maybe not a whole southern area, but yeah, a little area over here that we haven't revealed yet. So let's go back, and I want to make sure that we have revealed everything on the map before we proceed.
I cannot do that. Yeah!
When you're going to take a lot of damage, like holding that ability down, letting it pop, it usually kills like everyone around you. Rebuke. Yeah, Rebuke is actually really good when you pull like a big group of guys. Alright, we also have a little bit of an area back here to explore, and then a little bit... This might just be a corner up there that we haven't revealed yet, but we'll see.
As a Orion order!
Alright, that's all that is. We'll head back this way, and we'll make sure there's nothing here. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything interior, but we'll have a look. Just this one guy. That's all we were missing. I keep hitting M to open the map. It's a baked-in reflex. M equals map instead of, like, you know, tab actually equals a map.
I can still feel the flame searing across me, stealing my wing and my eye. Yet, I saw it. The flames of prophecy revealed that these rats hid a treasure, one far more powerful than anyone could conceive. Every trinket I've gathered has been a step closer to this moment. The Epoch will be the pinnacle of my collection. When I present this to Raya, this power, he will finally understand how worthy I am, what I have sacrificed, all for him.
For the Epoch.
Definitely a boss fight arena.
Reaching me was impressive, but it's mine. Co-member wing. Burn!
We seem to be able to regen health through most of his attacks, except those big ones. Yeah, those kind of hurt a little bit. Let's stay out of the obvious ones, and the ones that are basically melee swings, we seem to be able to take them.
The Epoch is ours! Raya, aid me! Go!
There we go. That was not bad. These broken swords, I wonder if there's anything we could do to craft these into, like, actual swords.
No, get me out of here! Oh, terror. My knees. Such large creatures, those ospreys. Oh, build a tiny cage.
Are you okay?
I will be, thanks to you. Let me just grab these there. The shards of the Epoch are safe. I was worried for a moment.
You mentioned these before. What are they?
The Epoch. Oh, it's Itera's most sacred artifact, holding great power. The power to travel through time.
Excuse me?
If Raya were to get his talons on it, he would surely win the war. More than that, he'd be untouchable.
So, are there multiple epochs?
Just one. Each shard is part of the whole. We keep them separated for protection. This responsibility makes the Keepers what we are.
And how many shards are with you?
2 of them. The one I keep with me and the one from the vault. The third should be back at camp by now.
The Heoborian champion should return with it soon.
Lena sent him after it. Alone. No. There's no time.
But you're carrying multiple and the other one is nearby. Isn't that dangerous?
The alternative would be to leave one with Lena, drawing the Ostrix's attention to her. No, I could not let that happen.
I recall hearing about another vault down in the mountains.
Yes, though right now with Raya at our heels, vaults are no longer enough.
How does the Epoch's magic work?
One cannot use a single shard to manipulate time as they wish. Not even we know the Epoch's full potential, but Itera tasked us to protect it. To protect it, we must.
So what now?
Now, I find a new course of action. Take the Epoch somewhere Raya can't reach. Which, speaking of, let's head back to camp. I must reach Lena at once.
Alright, let's go. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong. I'm sure we're gonna get back to camp and everything is gonna be fine.
I must remind myself to find suitable provisions for Emberwing. Prey in this area upset a drake's stomach. Bolroth in particular. Could I would simply feed him soldiers that question our bond. I admit, I have a bias for the creature. He's strong and more reliable than half those under my command. Plus, we have both been marred by flames. While my wounds showed me the path to the Epoch, his granted ascendance. Emberwing was raised from his draconic form, reforged in Raya's image. I may not be able to take flight, but with Emberwing's aid, I can once again feel the wind. Oh, how I've missed the limitless blue.
Is this the guy and his mount who we just killed? They want to tell us like his little story and like make us feel bad for him after we've already killed him? Humanizing them after we've killed them. Okay. Let's head back to town. So the base melee damage on the broken sword is 14. The club that we have is 13. Base attack rate is 1.1, which is fast, whereas the club is average. But we miss out on the 6% increase to melee damage. I don't really know if it's worth it or not. Dodge rating is plus 34 here, but we lose out on 50 armor. But we get 12% increased health regen. Let's take that. I'm gonna equip these gloves. And I think I'm gonna sell everything else. I'm still trying to figure out crafting. That's something I can see that we kind of get to pick, I guess, a little bit of what happens. 25% chance to have no potential cost. Rune of Discovery adds a random tier 1 affix to all empty slots. So it got dodge rating, actually. Which I think now makes it better. I guess I just keep playing around with the crafting and see what comes of it. Let's sell everything else.
Right.
He's back. And it's all thanks to you. He's been quiet since he returned. If you could speak with him, I'd be grateful. Then we can begin our talks.
You're back. Now, we must protect the Epoch. Find a way Soraya won't get to them.
Does he know about their power?
Not fully. Itera left their secrets to us and to us alone.
What's your plan?
I have, ideas. Though Lena will disagree. Well, we are keepers after all. Protectors of Itera's past. Collectors of lost history.
You sound almost sad.
Do you think we've made a mistake?
Pardon?
Going through the motions. Keeping the shards hidden, it's all been ritual. I feel as though drastic times are upon us.
Maybe, yeah.
And now, you know about them too. Fate has already shown its hand. I apologize. You might become part of something greater.
What do you mean?
I only have 2 shards, but that's enough. I'll keep them safe. Lena, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry to you too. This is what's best for us all. With the Epoch's power, I'll finally be able to...
What did you do? Oh no. Ruined Future, Chapter 2. Oh boy. It appears to be one of the shards of the Epoch that Balthus had. It looks like it has only been here as long as you have. Balthus and the other shard are nowhere in sight. Take the shard of the Epoch. Okay, we're a shard bearer now, whatever that entails. Apparently the ability to move through time. So if we open the map, we're in the ruined era. So we were in the divine era. We haven't seen the ancient era, the imperial era, or the end of time. The end of time sounds endgame-ish. We got a teleportation pad over here. It's looking not so healthy. Let's go back and explore this other way.
What is this place? Where did the Osprix go? I'll have to check my surroundings.
Alright, we don't got Osprix, but we got Void Maggots, Void Despair, we got Void things. The Despair, it's giving me some like Final Fantasy XIV vibes from like their ruined future. Well, I guess it was technically the past. We do have some points to spend here. Let's start going into Warpath, dealing more damage. The effect is doubled when using a two-handed weapon or dual wielding. Oh, that would have been nice to know. The alternative is we could go this way. Deals additional melee void damage. Let's do this. This seems like it might be built for either, like, this specifies dual wielding or having a two-handed weapon. We're not doing either of those things. So maybe going into void damage would be better. And for Rive, let's probably keep going into just more damage. Sounds good. And then for passives, I feel like I just want to take damage right now. Yes you. Why are you here? Where is here? Don't play dumb. Only rangers and elders are allowed to be out here. Everyone knows that. Still, you don't look like a cultist. A cultist? What are you talking about? The way void leeches off them. My scrying runes would be going off the second I saw you. That's not to say there aren't any cultists nearby, so let's both be careful. Come, I'll take you back to the last refuge. The last refuge? Are you well in the head? Look around you. Dark tar that consumes everything around us. The void. Last refuge is the only place to steer clear of it. If you're not from there, then let's hope our elders don't find any corruption on you, huh? Oh boy. That being said, I kind of want to explore the other part of this place. And I think we might have left a whole section unexplored back this way. So let's head back and check that out before we move on. We've got this guy with us now, so he's going to be our little buddy.
I cannot do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this doesn't go anywhere. I could have explored a little bit more in the beginning and we would have known that. I thought for sure this would go off in another direction.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
What?
Something terrible is happening in Last Refuge. The wards have collapsed. The void is rushing in. I did my best to guide people out, but there are so many trapped back there.
Who are you?
Those things erupting from the walls, crawling from the darkness. What things? The void, creatures that tear their way out of darkness. They weren't killing people, they were consuming them, changing them. My neighbors, my friends, I saw them. They oozed out from their clothes. I can't stop picturing it. You should rest.
Where are you going?
It's not going to help, but yeah. So we arrived just in time to see the last bastion of safety fall. That is sad.
Terra watch over you.
I do not recognize you. I'm no cultist. A guard sent me. I come from outside. I don't want to lie. I'm no cultist. I'll admit, I was. Still, you have a presence about you, as if, Do you have a shard on you? How did you know that? I will get to the bottom of how and why you have it later. What's important is that we present this to the council immediately. Whether our wards have fallen by a shard misplaced, or you're simply the foretold holder we've heard so much about, we must find out. The foretold holder? Yes, it's a long story. For now, find Guard Captain Bravan in the city. He will ensure you're presented to the rest of the elders. Who are the elders? You're not really from around here. We uphold the council, the leadership of the Last Refuge. Why don't you take me to him? Well, I'm in no shape to go back there. I do not want to face the void along the way. Anyway, enough talk. Get to the council chambers at once. Alright, do we have like a town here?
Who are you?
Last Refuge is falling. Falling how? If we're forced to go to the surface, we'll all die. Our home, humanity's last city.
What?
The end times have begun. It's no use now. We'll be forced to follow the ways of the dead gods straight into the Emperor's oblivion. The dead gods? Emperor? Yes, the void has come to rejoin us in oblivion. The terror has left us. The gods were consumed. Even the immortal Emperor himself disappeared. Now the void has come to consume what remains. Sounds like nonsense. I was hoping we'd have at least some kind of safe area here, but it doesn't look like it.
Yes?
You there, if you're not fighting off the void, you need to go back to the surface. Last Refuge is falling. I need to get to the council chambers. What? But the council chambers are at the city center. I must do this. Very well. Since you're headed out, I grow worried that Elder Ezra is trapped inside. If you find him, try taking him with you. He's persistent, but overestimates himself. Okay.
Gods be with you.
Alright, this might be a good place for us to take a little break for the day before we press on to the council chambers. We have a whole new area to explore. We don't really have any place that's super safe right now. So I'm going to stop right here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on the adventure today. I really do appreciate the support on this series. It does mean the world to me. If you're digging the content, leaving a like, subbing to the channel, that stuff helps me out immensely, and I really appreciate those that do. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other, and we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.